So there's a diplomatic earthquake I want us to talk about. But first, we are attracting new viewers. However, I've noticed that over 90% of you guys are watching my videos but haven't subscribed yet. I mean, it doesn't hurt to like a video and to hit the subscribe. We're currently chasing 1,000 subscribers. If you can hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I'll be grateful. And to everyone who's already joined the family, tango. Let's continue. The US has delivered a severe, unprecedented political and economic shock to South Africa. Its decision to bar us from the 2026 G20 summit in Miami, and I say us because that's who's going to be affected, so stay tuned till the end. The US justification, delivered by top officials like Secretary of State Marco Rubio, was that South Africa's government is not worthy of membership anyway. They claim Pretoria used its 2025 G20 presidency for dishonesty or sabotage, routinely blocking American inputs and pursuing radical agendas. Folks, the US is demanding real reforms and has warned that they will not tolerate what they call the radical ANC-led government. So what I'm getting here is that the US, Trump has basically said, "Futsek" to the ANC. Crucially, the US immediately escalated the conflict, rightfully according to some South Africans, by imposing a 30% tariff on most South African exports, ordering the immediate cessation of all payments and subsidies, including critical public health aid. Our competent, great and worthy leaders Lamola and Ramaphosa hit back and said a whole lot of useless crap in an attempt to hype us up. And I guess I fell for it too. And a whole lot of people did, a whole lot of South Africans did. But here's why it's happening and what it actually means. In simple terms, right, this is the price of non-alignment. The US, like every other nation, I mean, I'm not standing with the US, but I'm just saying, the US believes that if you're not with them, you are against them. I mean, think about, this is literally in the Bible. Think about Matthew, is it Matthew 12 verses 30? He who is not with me is against me, etc., etc., as it continues. So South Africa, my country, is committed to leading the global south through groups like BRICS, which is killing us seemingly, by challenging the old international order. So the US sees the G20 as a platform to pressure countries to align against rivals. South Africa used its G20 presidency to focus instead on debt justice, climate change, and African priorities, effectively embarrassing the US, which in turn chose to boycott the summit altogether. So the US is basically punishing South Africa for choosing its own path, even going as far as to criticize domestic policies like BEE and land reform.
Black socialism?
Is it? But here's a shocking financial reality, right? We made 37 billion rand surplus with the US in terms of net revenue, but suffered 253 billion rand, 253 guys, billion rand deficit with these BRICS nations combined. Did Ramaphosa ever mention this? I don't remember anything unless I'm not paying attention to the news as much, right? But anyways, this means that the US is hitting South Africa where it hurts the most by destroying the 37 billion rand surplus through tariffs. They are forcing us to recognize that its geopolitical ambitions, that South Africa's geopolitical ambitions, especially non-alignment, come at an immediate and quantifiable financial cost that the BRICS partners currently cannot cover, let alone give a shit about. So what I'm more concerned about, I've said this once and I'll say it again, I'm not so concerned about what is happening and why it's happening, etc. I'm so concerned on how it affects you and I, the poor, the broke, the sidelined, the looked down upon, the peasants. These tariffs makes our products like platinum and wine uncompetitive and too expensive in our second largest export market. I mean, companies are already preparing to pull back, threatening to slash over 100,000 jobs in the agriculture and automotive sectors, etc., etc. I mean, this is a literal blow to low-income families. right? But guess who's gonna suffer? Political instability and the threat of US sanctions caused the rand to weaken significantly. Since we import everything and have no backbone as South Africa, a weaker rand means every imported product instantly becomes more expensive. This price surge drives up inflation, hitting the poorest households hardest because food constitutes for over 40% of a poor family's total expenses. I didn't even know that, but I felt it. The rand drops, food, transport, and essentials go up. I mean, have y'all seen how much Pampers are now? Pampers as in diapers. It's crazy, bro. The US stopped all aid, including that $332.6 million PEPFAR program, I think, with over 8,000 skilled healthcare workers losing their jobs in the process. The tragic forecast suggests the complete cessation of this whole program, right, could lead to over 600,000 excess HIV-related deaths, 500,000 new infections in South Africa alone by 2035. But guess what? You will complain, not Ramaphosa. So I'm still on some, I don't understand, right? In fact, let me switch to video. I still maintain the fact that I don't understand individuals South Africans, people who claim to be South Africans, who say that South Africa, yes, doesn't deserve to be in the G's. Yes, US is right. Yo, Trump, you go, Trump. You know what I'm saying? It's literally why I said, bro, the people who are able to comment this is people who are well off financially and people who at least act like it. You know what I'm saying? People who are trying to put on a facade, just to fit the mass. Because I mean, human beings are sheep at the end of the day. Who say whatever to please whoever. But I'm just like, how can you say such when this could impact this whole thing? Not just the G20 ban, but it could impact a lot of people down the line. You know what I'm saying? Cost a lot of lives too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how y'all. Anyways, I switched up the format. Don't know how it's gonna go, but I just felt like I needed to do this in order to be more, you know what I'm saying? But don't forget to hit that like button if you found this video informative or helpful or provocative. That was the point. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Till next time.